Rocky. Come on. Come on. Right then. Right then. Hello all you hardcores out there, how are you doing? You alright? Let's check that, son. Well, what a weekend it's been. Sunday morning, bit of a hangover as usual. No kids here today, so it's just straight into business. Right, I'm going to start off with boxing con man. What is a boxing con man? Well, are the people who are con men in boxing? Yeah. Why is that? Well, it's a flawed business, isn't it? In my opinion, I think it's flawed. There's a lot of people who hang around the boxing scene who have ulterior motives, and I have a problem with that. But it's not a governed sport, is it? You've got people who, how can I explain it? They just hang around up fringes of boxing. You know, not everybody has got a good heart in boxing, so to speak, in my opinion. You know, you get guys who go around doing raffles and that, and you know, every time you buy a raffle ticket at a boxing show, where does that money go? You know, they all say, oh, it goes for charity and this and that, but does it? I have a problem with that. Yeah, I could be putting myself in firing line, but there's a lot of things I don't agree on, and wherever there's money, there's problems. It's just like any business, isn't it? It's like your local guy who works at petrol station and works nights in petrol station. You know, we all know all petrol station blags, don't we? People go in, they buy 20 items and he scans one item. Now, it's been going on for years. People like a fiddle, don't they? And boxing is just like any other industry, but where boxing lets itself down is it allows boxers to be used as pieces of meat. Every boxer, when he's winning, is his promoter's best mate. When he's losing, promoters just put mute button on the phones, don't they? And I think it's a flawed business, and it's a business that's easy to fall out with people. For example, I've fallen out with people in the boxing industry just for giving an opinion. Now, not everybody can be everybody's best mate. Nice guys finish second, don't they? For example, look at my good friend Robin Reed. What a nice guy. He's probably the most popular boxer that I've ever met. You know, Clayton Woods, he's a nice guy, he's popular, he's very wealthy. Robin Reed, popular, nice guy. He's not wealthy like Clinton. Why is that? I don't know. It's usually the people you've got around you. But there's people who sort of get into the boxing system and they sort of blag their way in, and before you know where you are, you're handing money over to these people. For example, the Simon Clayton situation. You know, I've heard stories that, you know, he were involved with charity bike rides and stuff like that, and the people are now questioning where that money went, and there's all sorts of things that he got up to. We all know what happened with what he did to Stephen Sankey and Tracy Sankey. The business people from Dudley, I think, in the West Midlands. Nice people, hard working, very wealthy, but they're hard working. Self-made. Stephen's a self-made guy. He's got a very good business that he runs, and he was shafted for £9,000 from Simon Clayton. I'm now hearing stories that he's changed his phone number, Mr. Simon Clayton. So where are you, Simon Clayton? Why don't you sort these people out? Pay them. If you're going to pay them and be a man of your word, why are you changing your phone number? I mean, you ripped Brian King off, didn't you? You're Ozzie Smith. These are all your friends. One thing you must never do in life is cash your friends in. Always look after your friends. Always. Now, I don't know this Simon Clayton guy, but you know, I do go around gyms and that, and there's a lot of people that want to say hi when they see you, Mr. Clayton. So why don't you go face these people and sort something out? You know, sort a direct debit out for them. Give them something every month. Show willing. Do you know what I mean? Because people like you just what give boxing a bad name. It puts parents off sending their kids to amateur clubs 3 times a week, paying £4 a session. Why should they do it when they're just going to get ripped off? You give everybody else a bad name. Do it from here, Simon. Do it from your heart. Get involved in boxing for the right reasons, not for the money reasons. That's the wrong reasons. Don't do that. Yeah, it's alright for me to say that because I love the sport and I put a lot of time and effort in for no reward. But I'm also a little bit clued up, and there is an end product with me, but it doesn't involve money. Don't get involved in money. I say to all these people who come up to me, they ask me things about, oh, what do you do? Do you just get a camera and write something down on a piece of paper and blah de blah? It's a bit more to it than that for doing what I do. You have to know a little bit, don't you? Not everybody can be an hardcore fan and do what I do, because I'm just basically a fan, aren't I? That sort of stumbled across a camera by accident and sort of stumbled my way through. Well, obviously I started off with Dennis, didn't I? But boxing, there's no money in boxing. Don't get involved in it for money, and don't get involved with people handing them money over for tickets like Simon Clayton. And what he were doing, we're going from Peter to Paul and borrowing off this person, then not paying them back, and then borrowing off somebody else to pay that person. And before we knew where they were going round and round and round in circles until you got everybody at him. A bit like that film, the Guy Ritchie film, where Jason Statham's in that Guy Ritchie film, and the guy out of Pussy, Pompendora, whatever his name, but the guy out of The Sopranos, he's in it. It's a film where they're borrowing from one person to other person, and there's a name for that blag, but that's what Simon Clayton did, and I think it's wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself, Simon Clayton. And I know you watch my videos because people have told me that you're still on social media. Now, what you should do, you should come out and apologise to these people instead of being snide and going on social media as an alias. I mean, God, you're like Walter Mitty with all these aliases, aren't you? You should be ashamed of yourself, Simon Clayton. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now, your picture's on the front cover. You're called Simon Clayton, and you are what I call in Doncaster, and what me and my pals call, you're known as a wrong'un. You are a wrong'un. Somebody like you, to save your neck, you would get in the dock and give Queen's evidence against your pals. Because if you're gonna do that to your close friends, people who thought you were alright, and I've heard you on that podcast on Brian King's, Simon Clayton, and I thought you had a good boxing knowledge, and you maybe could have done something in the sport, but you got greedy, didn't you? You wanted your slice of cake. You went about it in the wrong way instead of going about it in the right way. I mean, why didn't you just get some kid to turn pro and get somebody to train him, and you know, help that kid who's turning pro and put time and effort in, and who knows, when that kid wins some, or if he wins some, might give you a drink. But you can achieve something that way, and sometimes an achievement doesn't have to be in money. It can be, I can explain it. You could achieve something in boxing, Simon Clayton, and it could be like a belt or be part of something, and that is worth more than any money, innit? For example, as I spoke earlier, Robin Reed didn't end up with the millions that everybody thought he did, but he's got an Olympic medal at home. He's got a WBC belt and a couple of other belts on the side. You know, he's been in with Calzaghe, Otke, Lacey, Froch, Brian McGee, and they were all undefeated when Robin fought them. All undefeated. He's fought in America. fought in Germany. His headline shows, Robin, been on pay-per-view. So nobody can take that off him. Nobody can. Dennis used to say to me, do you know what, Russ, let's create some memories. Let's create memories. Nobody can take their memories off Dennis, can't they? He's not the force he were, but who can take memories off Dennis winning world titles with Carl Thompson, Clinton Woods, Ricky Hatton, what was the other guy? Jamie McDonald, Stewie Hall. Nobody can take that off Dennis, can they? No matter what happens in his life. Obviously Dennis is set up for life financially, but in boxing he's losing money on shows, but nobody can take that off Dennis when he won world title with Clinton Woods and beat a guy that they said were knocking everybody out and everybody was scared of him, like Rico Hoy. Nobody can take that night off him or them other nights, can they? Create memories, don't go for money, that's my motto. But anyway, let's just forget about Mr. Simon Clayton, because you're wrong and Simon, I don't want to talk about you no more, but I just want to put it out there that people need to be wary of you, don't they, when they come across you. And one day somebody will come across you and they'll probably give you a good hiding. And you probably deserve it. I'm not telling people to go out and give you one, but if ever I see you in my company, I will tell you what I think, because I don't like anything like that. Anybody that gives boxing a bad name like that, I mean, it's bad enough with promoters and managers, pulling fast ones on boxers, young boxers, but somebody like you doing that to fans, you know what I mean? That's disgusting. And to think that John Ryder gives you a chance to be part of his team, you should be ashamed. Now, why has boxing got such a bad reputation with us? Yeah, we spoke that. It's because of the people like Simon Clayton or other people who I've met in boxing who do similar things to him. Whenever there's money, people should be wary in boxing about handling money, especially ticket money. Do you know what I mean? Fighters don't get enough as it is, and trainers who are training guys who are low end at the bottom of the boxing ladder, they're training them for a pittance. For instance, Ryan Rhodes is not making much money, is he? He's trying to build his stable up, and we have people like you going around ripping people off with ticket money. It just makes it harder for everybody else to move on in boxing. So like I say, you should be ashamed. Is boxing a flawed business? Yeah, I think it's a flawed business. It's not governed, is it? I think the government needs to start governing it and doing it properly. They need to sit down and sort out pensions for fighters. I'm big on that, big on planning for the future. They need to sort something like that out. That's my opinion. They need to sort out fighters, give them a weekly wage, put the purse money to one side and things like that. And sponsors, we need more sponsors involved. Look how many sponsors are involved with football industry. You know what I mean? You've got, I know a scout who's a scout at Blackburn, right? And he's on like 100 grand a year. Come on. Why is football industry rich with riches of money? I mean, Ronaldo, they're saying, is going to be a billionaire in another 2 years. That's in euros. I mean, where's the boxing billionaires? There isn't any, is there? Russell, why don't you swear no more on your videos? The reason I don't swear no more on my videos is because K Official, my sponsor, they've got Paul and Emma have got a daughter, Lily, and you got young girls like that. So I think Lily's 12, and there's other people who said to me, "Oh, my kids watch your channel, Russell. Could you try not to swear because they think it's good." That you think your channel's good, and they don't want them to get into a situation where they're swearing. So that's why that's why I've cut the swearing out. It ain't because I'm a company man, blah de blah. Because how could I be a company man? It's my channel, isn't it? So if I want to swear, I'll swear. But I tried to cut that out because my kids are probably going to want to watch this when they get older, and they don't want to see their dad swearing. It's not good as it's swearing. It's not classy, and as Dennis would say, try and have a bit of polish, Russ. So I'm trying to have a bit of polish and not swearing. Ranting, I've cut the ranting out, and I might do an odd rant, but the swearing I'm going to try not to swear because it's not good, is it? It's not good. So if people don't like that, there's a few people saying, "No, you don't rant this and that." I'm trying to go in a different direction with channel. Yeah, it started out as a bit of a laugh and ranting and raving, but I'm trying to tone that down now. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see how this works, but there's not going to be any swearing, so if people don't want to subscribe or don't want to watch, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go in that direction. It's, like I said, it's my channel. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's not, I don't have to play to the crowd no more, do I? So, but it's my choice. But there ain't going to be any swearing, and there might not be many rantings. I might not rant a lot. What's your prediction, Russell, for Tony Bellew against Usyk, whatever he's called? I think Dave Caldwell will pull him out. I think he'll pull him out late on. I think he's too much for him. He's a southpaw. He could take a punch. He's an Olympic gold medalist. Bellew's an ABA champion. Bellew's not beat a champion, has he? I don't think it's Bellew's last fight. He will get beat, but he'll not want to go out on a loss. And now that he's had 4 pay-per-views, he'll just look at it like this: I just want to get more pay-per-views under the belt. I heard a little whisper that Tony Bellew is going in, "Oh, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here." So who knows? He's probably getting ideas above his station that he's a big superstar. Built on what? Built on vacant belts, that he's not beat a champion. Built on the fact that he's had 4 pay-per-views that were what? Cleverly rematched were a farce. That was shocking pay-per-view. Davey Day on one leg 2 times, shot to bits. The narrative, Eddie Hearn talks about the narrative and the numbers. Well, Bellew's now in the lion's den, isn't it? People keep saying, "Oh, we're going to give Tony Bellew loads of respect for fighting Usyk. Oh, Bellew's a star, he's brave, he's fighting Usyk," or whatever it's called. Bellew's also getting paid millions of pounds for his pension from you, the fans, that are going to pay £20 to watch Tony Bellew fight a guy that he doesn't even deserve to be near. The guy who Tony Bellew didn't want to fight in the tournament. He didn't want to go in that tournament with all them big guys, did he? He wanted to do a Lucian Bute, didn't he? Now we all know what happened to Bute, don't we? He didn't go in the Super 6, did he? He didn't want to do any of the heavy lifting like Froch and Ward and Kessler and Arthur Abraham. All them guys, did he? All them top men. No, he wanted to wait while end, and then Froch smashed him up. Now they kept the tools sharp, haven't they, in that tournament? Usyk and them, or Ersk, whatever he's called. Bellew didn't keep his tools sharp, did he? He was fighting an old guy and BJ Flores. Bellew's career at world title fights is 2-2. The 2 wins are Macabo and Flores. That's it at world title level. That's it. Macabo and Flores. Come on, the guy's pay-per-view. God, I can't believe how he's done it. He's overachieved. He's overachieved financially in boxing, but he's smart, isn't he? But it is what it is, isn't it? Johnny Nelson should be ashamed saying that Bellew's better technically than Usyk, but they always wheel Johnny Nelson out, don't they, in fight week? So I expect him to be wheeled out a bit more this week, coming out with crazy predictions. But anyway, that's that. That's my prediction. Dave Caldwell will pull him out late on, but he will fight again, trust me. He'll dine out off this pay-per-view for 6 or 7 months, and his 15 minutes will be up, then he'll be back again, because it's a drug to Tony Bellew, the limelight. Plus, when you pay-per-view, he'll think, well, I'm coming off a loss, I'll go on I'm a Celebrity or Big Brother, get my name back out there, then reinvent himself. That's what it's called, isn't it? You have to reinvent yourself. Bit like Amir Khan, he went in jungle, didn't he? People think that if they go in jungle, they're a megastar, but it is what it is, isn't it? So, but he will come back, he'll probably fight. His excuse will be, I'm a heavyweight, I've always been a heavyweight. There's always Dillian White fighting for him, isn't there? He'll come back and fight Dillian White, might fight Joseph Parker. There'll be no belt on line, and yet again it'll be his 5th pay-per-view. And on and on and on the story goes until he's 40. And he'll say, oh, I can fight while I'm 40, I took no punishment. Caldwell will come out and say I want him to retire, but he said that 3 fights are good, isn't he? He'll not retire. Money is their god. Remember I said that? Old Porky's not daft. Get down off there, boy. Down. Get down off that settee. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come on now. What's the matter with you? Come here. You being a good boy? Hey? Hey? Right. Come on. I mean, people will be saying I'm like Joe Gallagher, you a kid. You love your daddy. Hey? You being a good boy? Where's your collar? Hey? Where's your collar, Rocky? Hey? You being a good boy? Prediction. Late on, round 9, round 10. I'm going to go round 10. Round 10, Towel comes in. Caldwell. Dave Allen. Spoke to David yesterday. Eddie's given him 5 opponents to fight. He sent me all the records, but he didn't send me the names. I've not wrote it down. But he said they're from Ukraine, so it's going to be Ukrainian. It won't be a plumber because it's on pay-per-view, but it's going to be a 50-50 fight, so I hope David wins. I did text him this morning. Well, you texting me before I'm in bed, I'm at Leicester. But he's doing alright. He's got keys to his house up at Conisborough, and he's doing it up, so he's still on with that. So probably moving after Christmas, won't he? So them Carveries in Leicester will be getting some ammo while David's down there, won't they? But good luck to him. He's done well for his son. I want to see David get a belt though now and get some wins under his belt. Get a belt. And I'd like to see him fight for a British title. I'd like to see him fight Hughie Fury for a British title, if they could wangle that. Or I'd like to see him in with Nick Webb in a rematch. But if he can, as many fights as he can get on Sky now, I think that'll be good for David, because he deserves some wins. Because don't forget, he's done some favours for Eddie Hearn, and he's not on big money to fight on this Bellew show. I'm not going to say what he's on, but I do know, but he's not on big money, but his heart's in the right place, isn't it? He's probably helping Eddie out on Bellew, because Bellew won't want to pay, will he? Because he owns the show, doesn't he? So there'll be nobody who'll be on big money on that show, I can assure you. Just like when Hay fought Bellew twice, nobody were on good money at all on them shows. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it? But I hope Bellew beats Usyk, but I can't see it, and I think David will beat whoever he's fighting, because they're looking at doing something with David at Matchroom, so that's good. He's got sponsors on board now, David, and who's to say he doesn't deserve it? It's boxing, innit? Bellew deserves his millions, doesn't he? But don't tell me you're this and you're that when you swerved in that tournament. Tony Bellew swerved that tournament, didn't he? Right, so don't tell me you're best cruiserweight in the world. Who you beat at cruiserweight, Tony? Who? The best cruiserweight in the world, you're going to fight him next Saturday. That's the best cruiserweight in the world. And guys who come down in weight very rarely win. Very, very rarely. I'm often asked... Who's that off? I didn't write a name over that one. I'm often asked what's the best video I've done on this channel. Now, I think the best video I've done is probably my first one when Hakeem Nasser signed with Dennis. That were November 16th, nearly a year ago. Obviously, he didn't win on his debut, did he? But he fought wrong game plan. But he's got a good future, and he's got a fantastic trainer in Ryan Rhodes, who knows the game inside out. Everybody knows I'm a big Ryan Rhodes fan, as well as just as big a Froch fan. I won't have anything bad said about Ryan Rhodes. I like him as a person. I like him as a trainer. If anybody's got a problem with that, tough. I just think if he were here today, Ryan, he'd be pound for pound at light middleweight or super welterweight, as they could now call it. He is that good. I was gutted when he lost against Canelo, but he'd have beat Canelo 10 years earlier, or it'd have been a 50-50 fight. But I think that Hakeem Nasser will come again, and I hope he comes again. Actually, he's a nice kid from a nice family. But that's the best video I've done, I think, because I was under pressure. I felt nervous, but now it's like walking off a duck's back to me. This now, just talking to you guys. But who's the most exciting fighter? Somebody asked me yesterday. At the moment, I like O'Hara Davis. I think he's got a lot to learn. I think Yarde is good, but come on, he needs to start fighting somebody. I think Frank Buglione is exciting. I think Lewis Ritson's very exciting. Callum Johnson, some great fights out there. I think Jose Burton's a great fighter as well. I think he needs a fight. He needs to fight Yarde, but I think he's a great fighter. I think, and who's most exciting prospect that I've seen? Well, the most exciting prospect I've seen at the moment, and not everybody will agree with me. Terry Chappendama might not agree with me, but I think that David Adelaide, cruiserweight, he cracks so hard, it's unbelievable. He's a world-class fighter for 3 rounds. He's been training with Robin Reed at Peter Fury's gym, and Peter Fury inspired Huey. I think when he turns over, he's going to be exciting. So remember him, David Adelaide, very exciting kid. He's from a good family in London. Hopefully he'll sign and move up north and train. But I like him a lot. I'll be going to his fights and I will be following his journey. Me and my good friend Frank Smith from Berwick, we're big David Adelaide fans. And Robin Reed, he thinks he's a great fighter. So he's one to watch for. Remember the name, David Adelaide. There's things going on behind the scenes for him, for his career. And he will go all the way if he listens. I think that's about it really. I'm now going to do the helmets of the month video, so peace out. Shout out to Tom at Applied Nutrition at Liverpool. How are you doing, Tom? I hope you're alright. Shout out to Justin at the Tea Leaf Company in Brighton. I hope you're alright, Justin. Shout out to Paul and Emma at K Official, and Ali at Churchill's Tailors in Doncaster. I hope you're alright, Ali. So, I hope everybody's alright. I hope everybody's had a good weekend. We can't get everything right on this channel, but all we can do is try and move forward. So, we're still here, nearly a year. We're nearly doing it a year. So, something that started out as an hobby, it's going alright. There's things lined up for the channel in the next few months, probably in the spring. But the good news is that the next billboard's going to be going up in the next couple of weeks. We found a location. It's just a case of the logistics now and me handing over the money. But things are looking alright, and I'm looking forward to the billboard where it's going to be going up at. And nobody will be able to take this one down and damage it, because it won't be within walking distance. You'll need a ladder to get to it, and they won't be able to take this one down anyway, damage it. So, but it's the same poster as before. It comes in 48 sections and it's near a bridge, so everybody will see it, and it's going to be there a month. So that's good, isn't it? So, alright. So, peace out and keep on trucking. Hey, come on then, Rocky, let's take you out. Come on, yeah, you lead. We'll take you out and throw some ball, eh?